Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Pyromancer here, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. And I'm making this video today because I think that some further clarification on some of my theories would be a good idea. One of my most recent videos that I posted is about Sargeras being dominated by the Titan Pantheon. And I saw several comments, a couple pretty rude ones, to be honest with you, but it is what it is, trying to make claims about the theory that I'm positing, and I just wanted to address a little bit of that. Um, so one of the comments that I saw was a remark saying, "Oh, everything is domination now," according to Pyro. Uh, Whether it's this runes or that runes, or let me clarify something. No, everything is not domination, which is why it's very important that people should be able to recognize when they're looking at domination. If you take the art of Sargeras with the Titans, where he is all blue and has domination runes on him, there are people who are claiming that he doesn't have domination runes on him. You are objectively incorrect. He has a bunch of runes on him, yes, but some of them are unequivocally domination runes, specifically the ones on his little hand guards. It's a jagged three-shaped rune, and it's a motif that you see repeated frequently with domination. Domination is a soul-severing, control-based magic that is blue. Did you guys know that the Primus is alleged to have created domination? And the Primus has also met with an unknown ally in the Timeways, which could have been Norganon or Aman'Thul, and learned secrets of war and conflict, and this knowledge more than likely led to the creation of domination. When you look at the seat of the Pantheon and you see blue titanic runes arranged around a soul, a tormented blue soul, that is then used as a power extension on Sargeras, where the same music that plays when Anduin Wrynn is dominated and stabbing Carestia, the firstborn, in the chest,
was aimed at someone.
and tell me that that's not domination. I'm sorry, but it is. People are saying Sargeras isn't wielding a Mournblade. Okay, he's wielding a blue runed domination style blade that I proved to you in the last video is reminiscent of the design of the seat of the Pantheon, which I believe is used as the control mechanism upon Sargeras. So these things all link together. This isn't just randomly placed together things. Let's talk about runic language and domination and magic real quick. I think there's a common misconception about my belief about domination. Let me tell you something. If you see these blue teal runes, it doesn't matter what language they're written in. If you take English and Arabic and Spanish and Japanese and Korean and all these different languages, and you wrote the same sentence in 10 different languages, we all realize that those languages are going to look different, right? Even if they're saying the same thing. So when you go into the Nexus, for instance, one of the Wrath of the Lich King dungeons, and you fight Caristraza, the final boss, who has blue runes etched into her skin, blue eyes, and a changed perspective on the ideology of preservation, you're not going to tell me that that's not a style of domination. And it is quite literally from Malagos, the blue dragon aspect, who was blessed with the powers of control and order by Norganon, the guy who I'm making the claim has architected the control mechanisms that are thrust upon the other members of the Pantheon. But back to this runic language thing, it doesn't matter if dragons write the runes, it doesn't matter if titans write the runes, it doesn't matter if the rune carver writes the runes. Runic languages are different. But when you look at the color of runes and the power which is invoked by them, it can tell you an underlying story. Why do you guys think that domination is blue? I would be willing to wager it's because the most dominant force in the magic that is domination is order. That's why it's blue. Why do you guys think Fel is green? I'd be willing to bet that it's because the nature and growth aspects of Fel are the most dominant in the combination of energies. So I guess what I'm trying to say to you is that languages are always going to look different. The way that we write our actual, characters will look different, but the what it's evoking and the power that it's calling upon will often remain the same. Now, this could mean that perhaps certain languages have certain benefits. So, for instance, if you were going to scrawl control-based magics using death runes or Titanic runes, orderly runes, might be two of the most effective ways of accomplishing this. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if the runes on the seat of the Pantheon are shaped exactly the same as domination runes from the Shadowlands. They shouldn't be. You want to know why? Because they're not the same language. They're not exactly the same. But when you look at Sargeras and he has this, jagged 3 domination motif on his pauldrons, and he's got the blue glowing eyes, and he's wielding a Mournblade. Just take that image and put it up next to Arthas Menethil. Put it up next to Anduin Rin. Put it up next to Hell Zoval with the runes carved literally into his body like Keristraza. I'm saying all of this because it seems that there are those, and I saw a comment saying this, that I have a surface level understanding of Shadowlands. No. I know damn near every little bit of lore there is to know about the Primus. I know that memories of Norgannon, Eonar, and the Dark Titan are all found in the Shadowlands. I've seen that the kind of base necromantic magic energy that we see come out of Maldraxxus is black and green, not blue. I mean, we see the artifacts of domination spread through Northrend. For Christ's sake, Arthas found Frostmourne in a vault that was more than likely a Titan vault. Like, it's unbelievable. There are dwarves there looking for it. If the dwarves aren't there seeking a Titan vault, then I don't know what kind of vault they're there trying to find. But that's where Frostmourne's found. Like, why do we think Muradin was even there? There seems to be some people that are just kind of ignoring what's right in front of them, claiming that I say that everything is domination. No, it isn't. People seem to think I just like make up whatever I want for my theories. When you're looking at a piece of art of a character and you can't recognize that there are not only domination runes on them, but there is a control mechanism at play, and then I show you video evidence of how the control mechanism works, and people are just so in denial of the concept that they're blind to the evidence that I'm putting in front of them. Let me give you guys a little spoiler. I'm pretty fucking good at predicting World of Warcraft and its themes at this point. So you can believe whatever you want, but when I tell you that they used control-based domination magics on Sargeras, I'm pretty sure I'm right. And to further my point, Chronicle Volume 4 gave us a bombshell lore drop, which no one talks about, by the way, because no one pays as much attention, it seems, as I do, where Anduin Rin is said to have been dominated by Zoval when he goes to stab Carestia and Bastion, in Shadowlands, the thing that I have surface level knowledge about. And when he's going to stab her, the domination music is playing. By the way, same motion and even similar animation as when Sargeras is stabbing the world. I've shown this in a video before too. People just must have forgotten or maybe didn't see it. It says that Anduin's domination, the fact that he's being controlled, is initially masked by the fact that he has A, a strong connection to the light, and B, a great, good heart. And so Zoval sought those things out because it would help to serve as a mask so that so that Anduin could infiltrate Bastion without anyone knowing and get the sigil from Carestia, ultimately aiding Zoval in his final goal. By the way, like the second or third to last boss that you fight before confronting Zoval in the fucking sepulcher of the first ones, which is some mythical hidden realm tucked within the fabric of the Shadowlands, Rygelon, which is a Titan fucking Constellar, just shows up, which proves, by the way, that the Titans have access to Zereth Mortis initially. He's there because he's curious, and he gets afflicted with the powers of domination. His body doesn't change at all, he just gets domination armor on him. He then flat out says to you, I know who you are, Champions of Azeroth, but this has been calculated, and you're gonna die. Just like what Algalon said. And while you're fighting Rygelon, he says things like, through death shall come order, capital O. So people can tell me whatever they want about the Shadowlands and how it wasn't a Titan ruse and how they didn't literally order the cycle of life and death entire to try to eradicate free will and like bug the whole system themselves, but you're probably going to end up being wrong. So I just wanted to put all this out there because it's frustrating. I feel like this is what I do, so I have to always come back and explain my reasoning, explain where my mind is at. And again, not everything is domination. These teal runes that, when leveraging the power of a soul, seem to put mind control effects on people, like what happened with the Seed of the Pantheon, that's not a coincidence, okay? Carestia, again, being dominated by having blue static, blue dragon runes etched into her fucking skin. That's the most Zoval reminiscent thing I've ever seen. And it's happening in the Frozen Nexus, which again is run by the Blue Dragonflight, which is gifted their power by Norganon, who is well known for having the prowess of control, stasis, frost magic, secrets and lore, and apparently knowing things that he's not even potentially supposed to know, and feeling nothing while all of that is the case. So if people really want a finger to point the overly domineering, cold, logic, calculated, cosmic, like middle fingers that we've been getting, point them at Norganon. It's him, okay? It's even clear in the art with Sargeras holding the blade, Norganon standing in the back with the disc of Norganon and the blue spikes on his wrist, and the same runes that are on Sargeras' sword. And once again, just because things are written in different languages doesn't mean that they're not evoking the same power. If it's dragon runes, if it's titan runes, if it's yada 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 runes, if it's invoking the same power through language, although with perhaps slightly different variations for each, it doesn't matter. The runes on the Seed of the Pantheon are order. And like I said to you before, the primary, most powerful aspect of domination, in my opinion, is order. That's why it's blue. That's why it's flat out used for mind control. That's why broken, cold, tormented fragments of souls are used for fuel. Argus, hello? Like, it's very clear. So that's all I have to say. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that clears up a little bit more of where I'm coming from in terms of my perspective, or maybe gives you some more information. So thanks again for watching. I appreciate it. Stay awesome, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace!